Woo!
And we're late.
Okay. We're late. It was my fault. No one is shocked.
No one is shocked.
No one is shocked. So Mary texts me and says, "Are you going to be ready in 55 minutes?"
55 minutes before it starts.
And I'm like, yes, because I was right exactly here, sitting on my bump. And I said, yes, and I'm editing the podcast, and that'll be done too. And I got so caught up in editing the podcast that, like, just as I was finished, I picked up my phone for something, and I went, it's 8:03. Because I was so focused on, like, normalizing the sound and making all the sound equal, like I completely forgot to do for last week's episode.
That's good. So, yeah, and I know when we recorded that podcast, the sound was really
it actually wasn't so bad.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't so bad because I could hear the parts where Mindy was quiet. I could actually hear they came through, and I learned a thing to, like, normalize. Anyway, I learned a thing.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So we actually have a topic tonight. And that topic is, and it's kind of twofold, all right? As much as we can get through in a half hour, all right? Well, actually, like 25 minutes now. So anyway, so the topic is, so the first part of it is how do your clients know that you are committed to the care of the pet without you actually saying anything? Visual. So what visually can they tell by, like, okay, for like shop groomers, from like walking into the shop, for mobile groomers, opening up that van door, and it would be a little bit different, of course, for house call, but without you opening up your mouth and saying something. How can your clients tell that you are committed to their pet?
I think it can even start before this, because basically what you're talking about is first impressions. Like what?
No. That's a whole other topic, is first impressions.
It's to me, it's very similar, because that's their first impression of how you're going to treat their dog.
Yeah, no, we're going a little deeper than that. Okay. First impressions is another topic. And I'm going to use Angie as an example. Okay. So when someone walks into Angie's shop, up on, like, I think it's like 3 walls now, she has all of the certificates that she and her staff have taken from all the programs that they take. It's all up on the walls. So when somebody comes in to her shop, the first thing that they're seeing is all this commitment to education. All right. Angie doesn't have to say a word about going to trade shows. It's right there. So you see what I'm getting at?
I do. And yeah. I do. Because, and there's a lot of things that I think can be included in that. For example, poop happens, but also the cleanliness of the shop. And if you walk in and does it smell bad or look clean, like, there's a difference in the smell of somebody just pooed and it got cleaned up and old stale stuff.
Yeah. One of the few inspections I ever had in the state of Connecticut in my van, all right, she calls me up and says, listen, it's been 10 years. I got to inspect your vehicle. I'm like, okay. So she's like, how about tomorrow? I said, yeah, that's fine. But you know what? I'm working tomorrow. I said, I can tell you where I'm going to be and you can come find me. I says, but I have a German Shepherd on my schedule, right? Maybe come before the German Shepherd, And she started to laugh, and she says, you know what? I can tell how clean your van is Says, even if you just blew out a German Shepherd, I could tell if that is just blown out just now, or you have hair there from the last 45 dogs. All right. So yes, that's a very, very valid point. Yeah, I like this new background too, Angie.
Yeah. It's a little bright, but I'm okay with that. Maybe if it were
a little bright, yeah.
But we can deal.
So you can do so. Okay. So that's cleanliness, and that would be mobile and shop. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what about house call? All right, now let's go. How do you, as like a house call, like Angie could put up all her certificates up on the wall, even as a mobile groomer. I could put some stuff up there.
And that's why I said kind of first impressions, because for me it starts with my website.
Okay.
Because I send new customers to my website, because that's where my forms are. So they see they see my website, and if they poke around in it, they will see my bio and what I'm involved in, and pictures of me and the dogs, and my schedule where I'm speaking.
Okay, so my question now for website is, what shouldn't, like, then your first photo? So like it's called like the top third. So when someone clicks on your website, what they see is the top third. Okay. Mm-hmm. And if you can't get their attention in the top third, they're not going to bother scrolling. So this is people coming to your website. So in that top third, then maybe photos might be of grooming pets, going to a trade show. There could be a couple of photos up there, right?
Mary, can you screen share? Do we want to tear apart my website now?
I don't know if we can screen share. But anyway, but we're going on. You, as a household groomer, that's their first impression that they see you. Okay. But you want to be able to demonstrate that, you care about what it is you're doing, that you're committed to your profession. So I'm thinking those first photographs that people see should be of you, loving on a pet, or pet loving on you. Maybe you sitting in a classroom taking education. Maybe you interacting with a client. Just something that kind of, without saying a word, shows that you care about that you're committed.
Yeah. Why am I not? I found where we could.
You found how we could screen share? I want to continue with the conversation.
Well, go ahead.
All right. So, and this is Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear says hello. Hello. Or Angie goes into Pat. Now I'm going to go over to Angie's website. Angie's not taking in new clients, so she probably doesn't care.
Here we go. Did this pop up? Mary?
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
All right. So kind of over, finally back where he belongs, the little trader. Yes, the little trader. Did you see the photos of Pooh with my daughter? And in my daughter's sweater.
It doesn't count. She came out of you. She's a part of you. He knows that.
Okay.
She's a part of it.
I'll go that.
Okay. So grab your attention. And my first thing is the COVID-19 response.
Okay. Now, but here's the thing, right? So this is your top third.
Okay.
All right. So you know what? That's actually a really good picture. All right. You're smiling at the dog. So that's nice. All right. Maybe would you have room here? See, now you're scrolling down. No, stay right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So if you took Have Shears Will Travel, maybe put that up there on the top, and you can get like maybe 3 pictures in here. Maybe one of you teaching. All right.
Okay, so rearrange it so that it's a picture of Code. It's not just a picture of my Cody Brown. I miss him.
Just sort of something that demonstrates, what, I care about my clients.
Yeah.
And the picture, and I really like this picture of you, by the way. Hey, Tommy. Honestly, I'm not scrolling. I'm really not crazy about that photo. I love your top one.
Oh, the top one?
I love your top one.
The one of me. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this photo either. I gotta change that.
All right, you know what? Maybe even put that one. Maybe put a picture of you teaching at a trade. So do you have any photographs like that?
Damn it, no. Maybe.
Yeah, you know
maybe. I might have. I'll ask Ashley. She might have gotten one from this past weekend.
And it's an Angie. Well, that's a whole website algorithm with Google, yada, 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 changing photos up every 6 months. And that tells Google search engines that your Facebook is actively kept up. Not that people are going to visit, but if you go in there and you make any kind of edit, it lets the Google bots know you have an active web page.
Tommy says the bottom picture is 1950s housewife. Look, I was grooming that day. I had no makeup. It was a no makeup day. But there are other pictures. Wait, let's scroll down.
All right, Angie edits every week. Yeah, you know what? I go in there several times a week too. And while we're bringing up websites, okay, for those who don't already know, my website literally crashed and burned because the SSL certificate, which most websites don't necessarily have to have, but because I'm a commerce site, I have to have it. All right. And so the SSL certificate got corrupted. And usually my hosting platform would fix it in a couple hours, and 4 days later they still couldn't fix it. And I had to actually migrate my site to another platform, which we're in the middle of. So theoretically, by tonight, everything should be fine. And I'm crossing my fingers and knocking on wood so that it is, because I've already devoted so much time to it. All right. And we can go into a whole lot of other things on why that happened. Okay. But nonetheless, everything got pushed to the side so that I can get my website transferred.
Yeah, I have to. At least I got some stuff from 2021 in here. I have to completely revamp my.
I like those with you and the dog. They are super cute.
Which ones?
Probably go back, probably page before. All right, so let's go on to, how do your clients know you are committed to them visually? So they don't even have to like talk to you or make guesses. I love that picture, by the way.
You know what? I'm just photobombing that one for Mario. I'm literally just going through this because I'm like, oh, I haven't looked at my webpage in a while, and these are some of my favorite pictures, so they amuse the heck out of me. But wait, do you mean with me and the dog? That one?
See, any of these photos, the reason that I like the one that you have on your top, which was an excellent choice, was because you're smiling.
And I'm smiling at the pooper.
Yes. All right. So outside of your website, so there's also social media. All right. How many people on their Facebook business pages post every single time they take a class or they go to a trade show or they do something? Now, Chris, you're a pet first aid instructor. All right.
Yes, that needs to be on my website.
And on your jacket, your smock, shouldn't you have that patch that says that?
See, I've been pondering that this weekend because our booth was right across from Stylist Wear, and it wasn't the busiest of shows, so I spent a lot of time looking at all the different smock options. What I like about my current smock is that it doesn't look like a smock. Is that it doesn't look as much like a grooming smock. It looks like a nice jacket. It still looks professional. And that, so I'm pondering about redesigning my smock because maybe I do want to have those on there. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that I might have to just design a smock.
Okay. See, I'm sitting here thinking, giving this thought myself. I mean, what if, and I'm sure I could figure out how to do this, what if I created like little patches that said positive educational training member?
Yeah.
And something you could put on a smock would indicate without you saying anything. It's a visual, and sometimes actions speak louder when you don't say anything. Angie's, of course, Angie has her instructor patch on her.
Yeah.
And she's getting the CCE patches made to put on there as well. Now, is Chris Pearson doing that, or is that something you're doing on your own? Oh, Tommy says, heads up, Facebook is going to be changing very soon. I don't know the details, but a friend who is a cybersecurity expert told me tonight. You know, we're not even going to go there tonight.
Yep.
Okay, and she said she said I could. All right, you know what? Again, that is demonstrating without saying anything. All right, to your clients that you're committed to them. All right. So again, back to house cold groomers. All right, you know the patches on the smocks. Okay. That tells them that, you know, if you're a pet first aid instructor, that you're committed to, you know, pet first aid, obviously.
Yep.
Okay. If you've taken a class, from at least from Pet Tech anyway, you can get patches for that, and they are available. And you know what? I would love to hear of other ways that people can be visually. And then, you know what? If that doesn't work, how do you casually say, or even that, still visual, big sign up in the lobby. All right. We're closed from this day to this day because we're going to a trade show. Which trade show? All right. Angie also has her CAT certification. So window decals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the New Jersey, the NJPPGA, our grooming organization, one of the things we did include in our membership packet was a window decal, because taking the time to join your state organizations shows that you care about your career.
Okay. All right. So all of this should be on your smock, right?
I think my smock would be really busy. I don't want to look like a race car driver.
And why not?
Because it's not the aesthetic I'm going for.
Okay. All right. Well, still, you can still have a patch on each of the shoulders, right?
Yeah.
That's 2 patches. Okay. And maybe 2 patches over on top. That's 4 patches.
Okay.
Hardly a race car driver. Correct? Am I correct?
Yeah. No, I could have a couple like important things, and I could. No, my pin would get lost.
NASCAR of the grooming world. So yeah.
And also, that would be. We're not just talking about one patch for each thing. We're talking about several. Well, Angie does her patch. Angie does her jacket different. And her patches are adorbs, and they don't look like NASCAR.
Okay, so Angie, you want to see the patches?
Okay, now let me explain Angie's. All right, her salon is Furry Tales, and at some point we should just get Angie on to explain it better. Because Angie, I apologize, I'm going to butcher the explanation, but.
Well, we can get her on really quick.
Yeah, get her on, because it's very, very cute, and it doesn't make it look like a NASCAR driver, because it's not like this big thing that says cat certified, dog certified, bunny certified. It's images in a little patch form of the pug in the fairy tale, the pug fairy. It's a patch of the cat in the suit of armor, and that indicates they're cat certified. It's the bunny, I forget how the bunny was, but that indicates they're rabbit and small animal certified.
Okay, so Angie,
so
the
it's
invite
something that fits with
Facebook. Hold on,
yeah.
Angie, the invite to join us was sent to your Facebook Messenger.
Bunny fairy. Angie's like, she doesn't want to go upstairs to go on the other computer with video. But it fits with the aesthetic of her shop and the theme of her shop.
She's going upstairs.
And it fits very well.
Okay. However you do it, all right, then you know what? Yours is Half Shears Will Travel. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, how difficult? I mean, I'm saying how difficult. I'm going to do a quick search.
There's a couple.
Create patches. Patches from clothes. Create patches, no minimum, free shipping on all orders. Look at that. Custom embroidered package, 10-piece minimum.
And that I think is something I'll go more into when I get my van, because I think I'm going to do a big redesign then.
Okay.
Because obviously there'll be some graphics, and we'll figure logos, and I have something odd in my head. Well, I see what I did there. I have more than one odd thing in my head.
That's a given.
But I have some ideas.
Okay, we're waiting for Angie, but there's lots of places that you can create patches from that you can do it along with the theme using your logo, all right, so that it falls in line with the image, all right.
I like to keep my smock very minimal.
We're talking, you're a business. Are you a business?
I'm a business who's not accepting new clients.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm a business. Every business has to have what they are known for and have their brand.
All right, what's your brand?
Not a whole bunch of patches.
That's not. What is your brand?
That I haven't worked out. And I have to take this downstairs. This is in my hand. I'm evading your question, Mary, because all I know.
Because you're saying you can't put patches on it because it's not your brand. But can you then?
My brand is understated and professional.
Okay, so let's see your logo. Does your logo match up?
I don't have a logo.
Oh.
I don't have a logo. I have something I put on my business cards that I liked. But I never got the logo designed that I wanted designed. And the business just took off so fast. That's why I'm saying.
Okay, Tommy says glasses and lips on some sort of logo. Yeah, but you know what? That's what we see when we look at her. But however, I don't think that's the brand that she wants.
But because the house call business kind of took off to the point where I was so word of mouth, it's almost like a secret. Like I don't advertise anywhere.
Let me rephrase it.
Which fits with the not having a big logo, because you have to get a referral and know somebody.
But shouldn't your clients,
Mm-hmm.
the current clients, the clients who pay your bills, shouldn't they know how much you are committed to the care of their pets? Something what happened?
They do. I talk to them about it.
No, I'm saying visually.
Oh, okay.
Just by looking at you, how do your clients know how much you care? Just by you being, by virtue of you being there, by virtue for you in their kitchen, for mobiles, for them and you in your van, and for a shop. There's Angie. There you go. You look shocked.
I am.
Yes,
It
Angie.
wasn't working.
Angie, save me from a public like duking it out with Mary, please.
Well, I missed the last few minutes because I had turned on my computer, and I'm like, go, go, go. Hurry up, do the thing. All right, so this is the jacket. All right, I got my Pet Tech thing. Let me turn on this light. There. Pet Tech patch. I have my CCE logo here. Holistic Pets here. My Heavenly Pet here. St. Florian. That's for my dad. Then I've got the bunny patch here. The cat patch here. Bug here.
And the pug is your main logo for your shop.
It's my logo. Now,
logo.
I have two business partners.
Okay.
Christy's logo is Roxanne. That's a doxy. She's a little fairy. And Pia's logo is Remy, and he's a little dragon. So
now that's the jacket. What about the smock you wear every day when you're grooming dogs?
I have my instructor patch for Pet Tech, this one.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the CCE ones made. But in the salon, on my area, you have a pug. And then in the cat room, you got the cat and the bunny. And they're like 3 feet tall.
Okay, so Mary,
Yeah.
I will meet you in the middle and say that maybe I should have a work jacket made up.
Yes.
That to wear during the winter, not just my regular smock. Oh, I will deal with that. That makes more sense.
This is our 3-season jacket. This is what we wear in the spring and in the fall. In the winter, we have a winter jacket with all the stuff.
I got a question for you, Angie. Where are you getting the patches made?
Etsy.
Oh.
If anyone wants the link, I will send you the link. And
Pop the link into the chat do it in on my pro, because this is different places. Pop the link on my profile page and as well as in Pet Groomer Town Hall.
okay, I'll do that downstairs because I got the link downstairs. She's fantastic. She made all of these patches. All the ones for all of us. I mean, everybody's got a jacket. When you earn your patch, so like everybody's got a dog on their back, okay? And then when you earn your cat patch, I order you a cat patch. When you earn your bunny patch, I order you a bunny patch. And then the tailor sews them on.
Okay. What you looking for, Chris?
Nope, we didn't do a patch. I got to get a patch. I got to get a patch for the NJPPGA. All right, jackets versus smocks. I can see.
And then we look like a gang when we go to the trade show.
But that's fine. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that when they go to trade shows, when they go as a team and they wear their totally acceptable.
So it looks cute. And the patches, when I wear my patch, all the customers go, "What does that say? What does that say?" Oh, I didn't know that. Now, mind you, Mary, you've seen the pictures of the certifications in my salon. We are out of wall space. I mean, we've got them now going down like knee height because we're out of walls. And my landlord came in and he said, "Well, just put another wall across here or something." And I'm like, "I'm not putting up another wall just to put up certification." He's like, "Ange, you're out of room. I don't know where you're going to put all of them." He's like, and I was like, "Yeah, we got 10 more coming. I have no idea where we're going to put them." He's like, "Just start hanging them on the ceiling." They're everywhere. The entire waiting room is literally plastered in them.
Well, maybe you need to start going through them and start taking out.
Take out the older ones.
Take out the
Yeah,
older.
we already did that.
Okay. Do you have redundant ones?
No.
Okay.
No.
I can't help you, Angie.
And I mean, I'm like, I don't.
What about the counter?
The dogs jump on there.
Make a color copy and laminate.
Yes.
And
Yeah, but they'll just pull it off.
Or then you pick it up and you put it back on.
There's got to be a way to. There's got to be a way to. Okay. Then. Okay. Get a huge. Have you ever seen the huge laminating machines that they have at like college libraries?
Yes.
So you get a laminated sheet the exact size of your counter, the bottom, so there's almost no room for them to get their nails up on the top.
Now that's an idea.
And then you cover and wrap or put
plexiglass over it.
Plexiglass.
Yep.
So with the plexiglass, you can change it out easier.
And, well, here's the thing, is that we've got 10 more coming. We must have, I don't know, 20 of them in the drawer. Because there's nowhere to put them. So we took all the old ones out, and we only hang the ones from the most current stuff. We don't hang any of the old ones. Those are all in the drawer in the filing cabinet. So yeah, the plexiglass, that's probably a good idea. Because our counter has got to be 12 feet long.
Yeah. So boom.
Yeah, that's probably a really good idea. And knee height is pea height. That's the thing. Yeah, that's why it's like just above pea height for everybody. So even the giants, I actually took that into account because Kevin and I think a lot alike. I actually had Xerxes, was a Pyrenees that I just dyed blue. And so he's such a good boy. I took him in and I was like, "Okay, buddy, can you do me a favor?" And I just kind of lifted his leg because he's a young boy. And I'm like, "All right, what's pea height for you?" And I made sure the bottom of the last frame was above his pea height. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are like way past our half hour.
Sorry.
So thank you for coming up.
And you can watch the live stream where Mary's like, "Wear more patches," and I'm like, "No, because." There you go. That's the gist of the conversation.
See, I would actually, by the time I'm done, I want to look like a NASCAR driver. We did that, but the stupid thing dies in like 6 months. The scrolling digital photo frame, we did that, and the stupid thing, it just pooped out in like 6 months. And it was like $40. We got a good one too. We didn't get the cheapy crap kind. I was very irritated. Yeah, exactly. Not exactly what I said, but it's very similar.
Okay. All right. Shall we end this up?
Sounds like a plan.
We'll be back next week.
Mary, don't go anywhere. I
What?
need you after this. After this stops, don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Tell me, you know me better than that.
All right. I'm ending it up. So we'll see everybody next week.
Bye.
Bye.